WWE Tag Team Championship is a 2 out of 3 falls match. The New Day retain against Tyson Kidd and Cesaro for what I thought was fucking hilarious. Xavier Woods comes into the ring and pins Cesaro. The referee just does not tell the difference between Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. You want to point out, like, it's different when the Bella Twins do it. Fucking Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston just get away with doing that. I thought that was fucking hilarious. But it was a great match on top of it. This ended up being one of my favorite matches of the night, and I thought that it was going to be too. Just fucking awesome. I loved that this was a 2 out of 3 falls match because they could just go on longer. These two tag teams know how to wrestle, and they have great chemistry together. You've got Cesaro and Big E are the power on their side. Kidd and Kingston are the high flyers, and they are just going back and forth, and there were great spots with, like, Cesaro catching Big E when he jumped up into the air just with ease, and Big E tosses people around like they're fucking nothing. It was just a great fucking match. Probably my favorite match of the night. I loved everything about this. What'd you guys think?
The only thing that was wrong with this match was that one time when Cesaro just completely botched. I don't even know if it was like a chicken ring wing suplex.
Oh, he's got him in the chicken ring. It's delicious.
Jesus Christ!
The hell's going on?
I think someone got you with a chicken ring.
The crossface chicken ring?
But
no, the match itself was this is definitely one of, if this might be my favorite match tonight, I think the main event might top it, but no, this was a fantastic match. There was not a down spot in this match. I think they told a great story for the most part, and for what it was great. Tyson Kidd and Cesaro looked like legitimate baby faces, which is good. I think Cesaro last year when he won the Andre the Giant Battle Memorial Tour trophy.
The Andre Giant Battle tutorial.
The Battle Memorial Turtle.
He got the wrong end of the stick. He should have turned babyface after that, but they ended up. He just got a terrible hand essentially. And with Vince McMahon talking about how he doesn't have that it factor when it comes to connecting with the crowd, and recently he's been doing a good job with that for the most part.
He did a tutorial on it.
Albeit with it being just uppercuts and corners repeatedly, it's still connecting with the crowds. I mean, Daniel Bryan only connects with the crowd because of a yes chant. So
that's fucking not fair.
Yeah, here's like Tony. This. No. Here's the thing: Cesaro and Daniel Bryan, they have that same smart marks crowd that they appeal to. They're gonna get cheered no matter what when it comes to that. Daniel Bryan just has a yes chant to go with. They both are fantastic wrestlers and both are good talkers. And got better over time because he got the opportunity to. Cesaro has never got much of a chance to talk on the mic, so you can't really judge him for that.
Actually, they gave him a lot of mic time on his SmackDown days, and he fucking sucked.
Oh, geez, I remember that. I remember when he spoke 5 words in different languages. Shit, that was amazing, Wago. Thank you for that.
Good.
Chicken ring.
So we weren't
the chicken ring tutorial at WrestleMania 75.
So Peyton, you weren't as big on this match?
By the way, they ran out of ideas at WrestleMania 58.
Shut the fuck up!
It's WrestleMania Eagle at that point.
No one cares. Go away.
It's sound bites, Drew. Jesus Christ. All right, so I cannot believe that they did not get more flack for this. Like, I'm just picturing, like, someone in the back going to talk to the referee. What happened out there? He's like, I don't know. They all look the same to me.
Right. Like, I thought when Big E came out and said that there was, like, on Monday Night Raw, he said, like, there's this, we got to talk about the big thing that's going on, the big travesty that's happening to us. I thought it was going to be take that militant black route that they were originally going to go with.
Mm-hmm.
And be like, look, you mean to tell me that it's our fault that you can't tell the difference between these two black guys in here? Fuck you guys, you're the racists and stuff. Instead, they just blew this off as like, well, of course. And it's like, holy shit, that's racist. Like,
well, if they're going to perpetuate
nobody
the
questioned it at all. Nobody did. Like, JBL didn't go, how the fuck would you get these two guys confused or something? Like, nothing.
You know what it was? Everyone was like, I ain't going to even touch that one.
Yeah.
I wonder what would have happened if they would have had Booker instead of Lawler, though. He probably would have been like, "Haha, they didn't get it." Like, you know?
As
No,
long
he
as
was
they don't
doing the
fucking
guy
call him
next to
Mr.
the
T,
van.
everything's good.
In fact, if I remember correctly, when they showed the replay of it, JBL goes, "What the hell?" So he actually says Booker T's line for him.
That's great.
I do find it
I-
ironic that they decided to perpetuate the stereotype that all black men look alike in Baltimore.
Oh,
I
It
didn't
was in
catch
Baltimore.
that idea.
I didn't even think about being
you-
Baltimore.
You had a point there. Wow. They did that on purpose. Fuck them.
To be
Um,
fair, their
It was
hairstyles
probably,
are the
yeah,
same.
Vince probably had a little chuckle at it. You know he talks like that. It's
oh
Vince
my
McMahon.
god, damn it!
Edit that out.
Send your
You're gonna-
complaints.
Tony's gonna do some editing.
I thought we were
God.
safe without Sean here, but no.
So if you're listening, you'll just hear like some kind of a gap and then us laughing.
Oh, don't edit that out. That's fucking funny.
Hang on. So you got a Sean. Okay, you look bad.
You don't edit Sean out. You can't edit Miguel out. Come on, that's racist.
That needs to be edited. All of this needs to be edited out.
No, just Miguel's comment.
It hurts.
Oh, I thought it was a good match.
Well, good for you, Caleb.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. You know, I was glad it was 2 out of 3 falls. You know, it was like you guys were saying, it gave it more time, it gave it more room to breathe, and let the match go on for a while. You know, of course, usually whoever gets the first fall is going to lose the second fall, and I'm glad they did it that way. Nobody swept it, and the way the match ended was fucking perfect. I know some people are complaining about the way that ended, but I thought it was fantastic. I wanted New Day to retain, but I wanted them to retain by heel tactics, and that's exactly what they did. They were tricky, they were sneaky, they did the old switcheroo, pulled one over on the ref, and managed to run out with the belts, and celebrated the whole time. So it was fucking fantastic. And I just I've really warmed up to the New Day since they've taken them on this new streak. And I'm also really behind Kid and Cesaro, so I thought it was not my match of the night, but definitely one of the best ones of the night. And I'm very happy with what they did with that one.
Yeah, I thought that this was fucking amazing. I love this. Anybody else have any other opinions about it?
God
Well,
damn it, you
Caleb-
guys!
Well, Caleb mentioned
match was a
something about
little
like the
over.
2 out of 3 falls thing, where well, I remember back in like Night of Champions or Hell in a Cell, you had like Ziggler and Cesaro in 2 out of 3 falls match, and it ended in 2 falls. You don't see that very often, and I knew going into this that it wouldn't happen. But hey, if they actually did a match that ended in 2 falls, it's a surprise factor. Not many people expect that at this point, because most times it's a 3 falls if you actually do one. So hey, if they actually did 2 falls, then good for them. But no, I think it was a great match, and everything that they did was good. So on top of that, also Cesaro has a very bad record when it comes to 2 out of 3 falls matches. So that's just something I just noticed.
And some people are trying to bring up, trying to stir up controversy about, the ref confusing them for, whatever reason.
The same hater.
But you know what? They have a similar build. They were wearing the same outfit. The way
He
he was.
took off his jacket.
Yeah, exactly. He took off his jacket and then put it back on later, I think. So, the way he was positioned, you couldn't even see his face. So I think that's totally legit. I don't think there was any kind of.
It's not like they mixed up Kofi Kingston and Mark Henry.
I
where
mean,
it'd be
you
like,
could've-
oh, give me a fucking break.
I mean, you could have gone the Miguel route with
see
all
that.
this, but for the most part, we all see eye to eye on this, right?
One of my other favorite parts about this match, and I love that New Day does this, it's one of my favorite things about them, is at the beginning of this, when they're cutting their promo and they're doing the whole think positive, whether you're fat or you have no friends or whatever, just think positive, the power of positivity and whatever. And then they point out somebody, Adam Jones from the Baltimore Orioles, and it's like, golf clap, yay, Baltimore Orioles. Aren't you sick and tired of the Orioles not having won a World Series in 32 years? And they're like, he got him. Like, I fucking love when Xavier Woods goes fucking crazy with that. It's so like, let's do like the most basic, like, fuck you of like a joke or whatever, and go ballistic like you did the best burn ever. I think that this is fucking hilarious. I hope that they do this like every fucking week.
Speaking of going ballistic and the New Day, I think it would be, because it's a very similar gimmick. I think Bo teaming up with New Day would be fantastic because they both have that kind of condescending heel, where they're actually trying to help you. Come on, guys, you don't have to be ugly and stupid and smelly all the time. You can be better. And I think
Just
teaming
saying
them
that
up
because they're in Baltimore.
exactly.
I would love to see that, the quartet. Any other opinions about New Day versus Kid and Cesaro before we move on?
New Day
I am
sucks.
not a racist.
Oh, you sure, Miguel?
Tell that to the unedited version.
Says the only non-white person on this dais. You guys can kiss my brown ass.
I am not white. I'm Italian.
Drew is.
Why? Because my last name is White?
Yeah, that's the joke.
Ah!
See, if Xavier Woods was here right now, he'd be like, ah! Fucking amazing.
Anderson.
Alrighty, guys, that's it for New Day versus Kid and Cesaro. Ryback versus Bray Wyatt coming up next.